Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we're going to be featuring a team of Driftblim with the same moveset of Hex, Icy Wind, and Shadow Ball, Empoleon with Hydro Cannon, Waterfall, and Drill Peck, and then Lucario with Counter, Power Punch, and Shadow Ball. Basically Driftblim, double steal, covering against its biggest weaknesses, which are Drapion and Bastodon, and etc. etc. So basically, whenever you don't see the fighter in the lead, you basically switch. So I even switch out of the mirror. I did this at around 3,015 elo. This is like my first set after hitting legend. So I switch out right away. I go to Lucario here, and they actually come into Toxicroak, and I just barely miss out on it, which really sucked there. But that's okay. Not too big a deal. What I should be doing here, I'll let this go. What I should be doing here is Icy Winding right away and then Hexing down. The Sludge Bombs still do quite a bit of damage. As you can see, I build up, but really I should be Icy Winding and then farming down, undercharging. And you'll see I'll do that later on. So I undercharge this so I can get one more Hex in. Yeah, so I can get one more Hex in. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to reach the Shadow. I don't have the Shadow Ball right away, and they actually come into Bastodon. So this is certainly playable for me. I make a mistake here. I shouldn't shield this. What I was worried about is that I was going to be in Avalanche range after the Flamethrower, but it was not a great play on my side. So they're at 5 right now. Let's see. Okay, no, they have the Shadow Ball here, which is fine. So they actually bait me here. So I know they need. I'm gonna do 2 more, and they actually get a Powder Snow through. So they're 2 away from the thing. So I actually do 1, and then I wait, and then I catch the Shadow Ball onto my Driftblim here. If I would have did another Waterfall, then I would have been in trouble there. So then here I'm looking basically to farm a little bit, then throw. But unfortunately, that was not a great lag at that point in time. But I'm in a okay spot here. The Hydro Cannon definitely does not KO. And it looks like they got Invisible Smackdown through. So we're going to be 1 away here, but not a big deal. It does like about... I'm actually not even sure that... It should do a little bit less than that, but that's fine. So I switched to the mirror here because oftentimes Empoleons have a really hard time with mirrors, but not apparently this one here because they're loaded on counters. And they throw right away, which makes sense on their side. So what I should be doing here is I should be throwing the Icy Wind right away and then undercharging and then farming down. I think is the ideal play, but I don't do that again. I'm going to build up here. They Sludge Bomb me, not a big deal. And I should be undercharging this, but I'm not sure I actually do. I do slightly, but that's still going to KO. That's just more me thinking about my potential win cons here. And I throw the Shadow Ball. So slight misplay there. I definitely should be taking advantage of that more. And they come into Gliscor here. And this Shadow Ball does a tremendous amount of damage. I know this for sure is a Night Slash, which is single resisted and non-stab. Still does a lot. And I throw the Shadow Ball here. And it does do quite a bit of damage. And I'm going to do 1 counter and just basically look to ramp up on the counter damage. It actually looked like they lagged there, but because I don't think I saw... Yeah, they definitely lagged there. But it didn't make a difference there. I would have got 2 counters off, or at least 1 more counter off anyways. And I would have been in a pretty good spot. So here, again, I go for the mirror. And we're desynced here, annoyingly. And this is an example of where they have a lot of trouble with the Empoleon mirror. Because oftentimes they have 2 things in the back that are like weak to Bastodon, which also happen to be weak to Empoleon. So like Crest and Frost Ice are common backline. The Toxicroak was actually pretty uncommon because they'd be very weak to Gastrodon. And I shield this. And then I think I farm it down. and then I switch out right away because they're still locked in for a little bit here because they switched out pretty late. So I'm taking advantage of the clock, and I should be able to farm down, which is very nice for me. And they come into Frostlass. I could have Shadow Ball here, but honestly, I thought the easiest way to win here was to straight Power Punch, because these counters really add up. I resist the Powder Snows. They also resist. No, they take neutral. No, single resist the counters as well. But as you can see, these counters are really ramping up on damage. I actually shield this. It really didn't matter at this point in time because I had enough health on my Empoleon. I just want to ramp up the damage with the Lucario. And I think we actually simul feint, as you can see here. Actually, no, we don't. We don't. And then I can throw one waterfall, and this is GG. Yeah, very nice. And going against my friend 6'4 Ninja here. I'm actually okay. I assumed that they were gonna switch first, and the Empoleon switching is quite nice for them here because the Power Punch wouldn't KO there, so that's why I didn't throw it. And I was a little bit slow on the switch. If I'm like, unless I instant swap there, they're going to be able to make it. And I decided to throw the Shadow Ball here because less likely they would shield this one. And even if they did, then I would be able to reach another Shadow Ball before they could cut me down. And they make an interesting call here to shield. I guess they want to make sure that they could. It would have been. I think they would have survived and still made it. I'm going to let this go. And I actually think he has a Probopass in the back. And I let this go. I thought it was going to be a Bastiodon in the back, but it ended up being a Probopass. He actually transferred the, which is fine there. And we're going to throw the Hydro Cannon. This should take the last shield. And at this point in time, I'm actually going to no shield because I'm pretty confident I can make a 2 Shadow Ball before they can make it to 2 moves. They actually bait me with a Magnum Bomb. Later on, they told me, 6'1 Ninja told me that he had a Magnum Bomb and Thunderbolt, so he felt like he had no choice but to bait, which is perfectly reasonable there. This actually was an interesting match here. So here, I'm like double weak to this thing. Well, kind of weak, right? Like, obviously Lucario for sure loses to it, and those Night Slashes actually do quite a bit, and they actually get the boost. So I'm gonna throw, and then I'm gonna switch to Empoleon to force them to switch out, because I probably get Wing Attack down, and actually I do have a fighter in the back, which is not too common here because they're kind of double weak to Frostlass. And they're gonna look to farm me down. So what I should have done here was this is a very tricky situation for me. I actually probably should let this go and just 2 shield Lucario, because I would actually live the Mud Bomb, and I thought about double shielding here, but I would live it, and I should have Shadow Balled here. If I would have blind Shadow Ball, then I probably would have won this game here. But they actually throw a Sand Tomb here. I thought this was a Night Slash. I really like this tech here, especially since they have 3 Bastiodon counters already. And if I would have shielded that, then here's the thing. Like they make a very nice play here. If I would have shielded that, then I probably would have made it to the Shadow Ball, and then the Empoleon would only got like 1 Waterfall in, and the Shadow Ball would have KO'd there. So, but they make a really nice play there. The Sand Tomb was definitely not expected. I completely forgot that it was Sand Tomb, or else I would maybe consider shielding there. But a really nice play. I really like this team. Definitely give it a shot. Basically, if you don't encounter the fire, you switch to Empoleon. If it's a Frostlass lead, I could switch to Lucario, just so we can save the Empoleon for the back. But anyways, I'm gonna leave there. If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.